Hello everyone, Johnny Hurricane here from GamersHeroes.com, and today we got a fight on our hands. Next generation console wars have begun and the first round is over. Let's get started. Alright, so what we're talking about today is Microsoft versus Sony. First round's over in my mind, so we're going to go ahead and go into details on how that went down. Let's start with the beginning. Obviously, we all knew Xbox was doing something and PlayStation 5 was coming. That don't matter. When did it officially begin? Well, in my eyes, it officially began at 2019's Game Awards when the Xbox Series X was revealed. So we got that, and what happens next? Well, we can all assume 2020 is when the fight will be taking place. Of course, that was confirmed later, and we all realized it was happening. Few things happened in between now and when the actual first round began. Specs were revealed. I like to look at that as like how the fighters looked before the fight, right? Xbox is coming out pretty strong, got much bigger numbers, more teraflops, don't know what that means, but assumedly it makes it a better system. But the big thing is, between both of them, they have SSD. That means both of them are going to be much faster than they were in their last fight. That's good for both of them. There's other numbers as well, but all that stuff flies right on over my head, so I don't know what it means. It just looks like on paper that Xbox Series X is the more powerful system. That does not always matter, as many of us know. Generally, it comes down to technique, and technique in this instance will be games, so we'll see how it goes anyways. So that was in March. Both their specs were revealed. That was right about the time GDC would be happening, and since GDC didn't happen because of Corona, they both revealed their own little, spec sheet and video that Sony did for the PlayStation 5, which people kind of reacted negatively to, but they were expecting better news than that, so it is what it is. But still, that's not the official fight. It has not begun yet. May, this is when round one begins. May 8th, early May, I can't remember. Xbox says, hey, we're having a next-gen showpiece, our third-party video games are showing stuff off, and Assassin's Creed Valhalla gameplay will be there. We're hyped, baby. Assassin's Creed Valhalla gameplay. On top of that, other third parties are showing up. Let's do it. Okay. So it happens, and I'm sure many of you remember what happens. I did a video actually on it. Assassin's Creed Valhalla gameplay, not so much gameplay, in fact, disappointing. That's what it was. The entirety of the thing was disappointing. This is the beginning of round one in my eyes. Xbox comes out, they're feeling confident, they're feeling big, they're hyping us up like they've got some new secret techniques they're gonna be doing. Tell me a game outside of Assassin's Creed Valhalla that showed up at that Xbox showcase. I'll wait. That's what I thought. The dinosaur hunting game, right? That's the one you're thinking of? Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, but hey, I guess I remembered it. Point being, not a strong start. To top it off, Aaron Greenberg, a couple other Xbox execs tweet that, you know what, we set expectations too high, that's our bad. And then one of them was something like, well, I wonder if we hadn't said anything at all, if we would have been getting this reaction. And that's just kind of a bitch move, right? That's just kind of crying, and Sony sees that. So middle of the, or not the middle of the first round, the beginning of the first round, Xbox comes out strong. This is boom, 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 left, right, got a couple up hooks, body shots, things like that. Sony ain't even phased. Xbox kind of steps back like, whoa, hold on, this is gonna be a different game. Maybe we should reel it back for a second. Still, middle of the round, Sony's waiting until the end of the round to get off, right? So, middle of the round, you got a couple things for Xbox. I got Xbox Game Pass, can't deny that, that's awesome. $10 a month, you're gonna get all the Xbox games on top of a bunch of third-party games, and it's all backwards compatible. Come on now, that's strong. Not strong enough to sell a console, but it is a nice little, hey, you know what, checklist. That's what you want. Middle of the round, going back and forth, no big deal. Then it happens. PlayStation 5 event, delayed because of world events as it should have been, and now we have it just yesterday, actually. The way I look at this, so it starts off, I think it starts off with a feint. Shows GTA 5, it doesn't even show it on PlayStation 5, it all says PlayStation 4 gameplay if you look in the corner. It's just PlayStation 4, and you're like, oh, maybe we should lower our expectations for that. But it's a feint, like I said, they're rolling on up. This is kind of like a sponsorship on a fighter shorts, right? You got to put in GTA 5 because that's what the sponsors want, and you got to get paid. So this little feint, which Microsoft falls for, and then it happens. The literal deluge, the blitz attack of video games from Sony that are just one after the other, bow, 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 dropping bombs for a minute straight. This is the last minute of the first round, just going off. You got Spider-Man, you got Horizon Zero Dawn, you got Resident Evil 8, they're just dropping them left and right. I make this, my analogy here is like in Terminator 2, when they're in Skynet, the building for Skynet, and then Terminator turns around to, fuck, I can't remember, John Carter, I think his name is, and he's like, don't worry, I got this, basically. And he goes out with the minigun, and the cops are down there, he's like, just mowing them down. He's not killing the cops, because he's not supposed to, but the point is, they can't fight back. That's what this is, basically. He's just, and they're taking cover, the cars are getting blown up, things like that. There's a couple of down points, you know, they got NBA 2K, not my thing, but it's for someone, and it looked real good. Bug snacks, again, not my thing, but I'm sure someone liked it. So there are a couple of low points in this. That's all right. That's all right. The low points are quickly removed. It don't matter. In fact, I got a list of the games that popped up. So one second, let me look at this real quick. So the Terminator 2 chain gun, you know, he runs out of minigun bullets, he shoots his grenade launcher, and then he goes downstairs. So when he gets downstairs, let's go ahead and say that in-between moment is when we get like Bug Snacks and you know, NBA 2K and a couple other little indies that maybe you're not interested in, maybe you are. Point is, they're not as big as the other games. You get downstairs, you got Ratchet and Clank, you got Gran Turismo with a campaign. This is important because Gran Turismo Sport didn't have a campaign, and that's what I got slated for. I know it's a racing game, and that, again, this is sort of like someone's NBA 2K. I'm actually a big fan of Gran Turismo when it has a story. And then, two big ones. Demon's Souls Remake, which had been rumored for a long time, and boy, am I hyped for that. One of my first platinums, one of my hardest platinums. I'm going all out on that. Not only that though, Horizon Forbidden West. Just take that in for a minute. All of these big games. This is what I call technique, because Sony's got it, and there's just a ton of it. They're just dropping hit after hit, hit after hit for the last minute of the first round. Just boom, 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 boom. And this is kind of like the second part of when Terminator goes down, the T-800 or T-1000, whatever he's called. He goes downstairs and they shoot the tear gas at him. Baby, let me tell you about this PlayStation 5 form factor. You see all them vents? Tear gas ain't gonna matter. It's just gone. Speaking of which, I bet it's gonna make your PlayStation 5 something so freaking loud as the PlayStation 4 Pro does. But anyways, I digress. Microsoft is basically the cops against Terminator in this instance, no prayer. However, as the bell rings, ding, 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 there's not a knockout. We see the PlayStation 5. We do not get a date outside of holiday 2020. We do not get a price. The KO has not been landed. Xbox is still in the fight. They have taken a beating, but they have yet to show off their first-party technique, only their third-party technique, which was a bit weak, as I said earlier. They could still come back. We know they got Halo. They most likely got Forza. What else they got up their sleeves? They've consumed a good amount of studios over the past few years. About time they showed something like that. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Don't think that's launching, but if you get a new trailer for that, that's always great. And again, no price, no date for either of these guys. We're waiting, we're on the cusp. And here's the thing, I still think Microsoft could easily drop the price by $100 compared to Sony. I don't know if it'd be enough, but we'll see. So that's the end of the first round in my opinion. It's been about a month and a half-ish or so since the round has begun. I'm gonna go ahead and give them another month for round two, so say June 15th or whatever the date is today to July 15th. See what happens in between those dates. This will be round two. Could be a boring round. I don't know, could be nothing going on. I expect someone's gonna show something. Of course, depending on if you like the PlayStation 5 form factor or not, you could give a couple more round, or a point or two to Microsoft in this. But to me, this is pretty obvious. Round one, Sony wins. 8-10 round, maybe even 7-10 round, up to you. Yeah, now we're waiting for round two, which would be about a month, like I said. And I'm looking forward to it. I know Microsoft's still got a lot of stuff they got to show. I'm sure Sony's got some other stuff they got to show. And it's worth noting that Sony's still got some momentum. They've got The Last of Us 2 coming out this month, Ghost of Tsushima next month. They're riding the train. They're keeping their mouth shut until they just... And that's why it's a championship fight, baby. Sony's been champion for a while now. PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 era kind of goes either way. I know 360 started off real strong, but by the end, PlayStation 3 was close. PS2 and Xbox, that ain't even competition. PS2 blew them out. So Sony's been champion for a while. Still, they could easily mess everything up like they did with the $600 price point for PS3. Just letting y'all know. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me. I was thinking about this last night. I was like, man, this is an interesting thing to me, how they're fighting this, because neither of them are willing to give the price. I would really like for someone to come out and be like, yeah, $500 price point. The other guy would be like, all right, $400 price point. And then the other guy would be like, all right, F you, we're $400 too. That's what I'd really like. I don't think it's that easy, but hey, you never really know. Anyways, I'm rambling. I love that event. That was a good event. Xbox should learn something from that. And yeah, if you liked what you saw, got what you needed. I'm wearing a hat, obviously, because it's windy. And it is June. I would generally be riding horses right about now, but with Corona, I can't do anything. So I felt like I want to wear my cowboy hat. And of course, in the summer, I like to wear it because, well, normally I'm doing a little bit more drinking. We're shooting fireworks, things like that, as us Americans do. And yeah, cowboy hat's here. Until I can get a haircut, at least it's probably here to stay. Anyways, if you liked what you saw, got what you needed, like, comment, subscribe. Also, let me know who you think won the round. I got a feeling most of us are in agreement that Sony won the first round. So anyways, see you guys in the next video. Later, Gators.